Hey YouTube, today I'll be showing you a bunch of classes I think need a buff in AQW. Classes which I think deserve to be just a little bit better because they are so underused and would be a lot better if they had a small buff, or maybe a big buff in some circumstances. The first class which I think really needs a buff is Arachnomancer. Arachnomancer is a great support class for lower levels as it has some great abilities which can decrease the opponent's defense massively and overall increase the damage of the party by a lot. But its main problem is its extremely low survivability. So let me show you it soloing a pretty weak monster, but it will still have some troubles with HP. And so if you're going to use this against like some huge boss that you're soloing with a party, it's not going to be very good because it'll probably die halfway through. So it kind of beats the purpose of even being a support class, as it literally decreases its own damage with multiple skills. We just soloed a pretty easy monster and we're left with 1000 HP at the end. So I think it badly needs a better survivability and changes to the skill so that it doesn't basically kill itself in the battle. The next class that I think needs to be buffed is Darkblood Stormking. So this was made ages ago and it's basically meant to be a farming class which can sometimes solo, but it is way too weak for the amount of difficulty and time it takes. It has slow cooldowns, not even all of its attacks are multi-target, and it's just really bad. So I'm going to use a non-damage boosting weapon just so you guys can compare it to like other classes I've done in the past, like in my video where I compare classes. So as you can see, that took over 2 minutes and 10 seconds, which is just super slow, especially for classes nowadays. I mean, if compared to classes that are easy to get, like Vampire Lord, it is way slower. It's a pretty much completely dead class and nobody uses it for good reason. So I just think this actually applies to a bunch of reputation classes like Troll Spellsmith and many others, which badly need a buff because they are no longer usable by today's standards. Another class I think needs a buff is Royal BattleMage. Royal BattleMage requires rank 10 Sword Haven reputation, and it has really slow cooldowns, mana problems, and its main damaging skill takes ages to do because of its mana cost, and mana recovery is slow too. I'm not even going to do a showing how long it takes to kill 30 of these monsters because it's just too slow and it genuinely needs like a buff in either cooldown or mana and more. Like I said, there are many classes like these which require rank 10 reputation, which need a buff as they are no longer used, and there are many other classes which are easier to get and way better. Another class I think needs a buff is SoulCleaver, also known as Exhalted Harbinger. You can get this for 2000 Legion tokens, and it actually used to be a really good class a few years ago until it got nerfed. The point of the class is the lower your HP, the more damage you can do, and you used to have a skill which could give you like 90% dodge. But then they nerfed it to give it like 40%, and now it's just too easy to die with it, so barely anyone uses it. I haven't seen someone use this in like 3 years now. So I'll try and solo this now to show you like just how difficult it is to not die and also have high damage at the same time. And there we go, I basically just died from using the 5 skill when I probably shouldn't have. But if I didn't, at the same time I would have had less damage. So pretty much, it's just too easy to die, and you may be like, but at least you can do high damage and it's risky. But the damage isn't even that high anymore compared to classes nowadays. There are way better options, and like even classes that aren't meant to be high damage could probably outdamage this class. So in conclusion, I think pretty much most reputation classes like Troll Spellsmith, Elemental Arachnomancer and many more all need buffs as they're pretty much dead for nowadays standards. and some other classes too, like SoulCleaver and others, which have really cool concepts, but they're just not viable anymore for today's standard of classes. Anyways, like the video and join the Discord, link in description, and see you guys next time.